So we have a plan. And the plan, our plan, and we do have one, is I will read stuff, and then Amanda will, is it working? No. I could shout. I'll shout. I'm going to do reading stuff, and Amanda's going to do ukulele stuff. And then I'll do more reading stuff, and then she'll do more ukulele stuff, and then I'll do more reading stuff, and then she'll do more ukulele stuff. And then we'll sign. And we talked to the Nice Chapters people, and we said, look, there's an awful lot of people here. And if we're going to sign, will you guys stay open, like, until, for everybody? And they said yes, and we sort of did some negotiating. And the plan is, and nobody will be happy with this, but everybody will probably see the logic of it. We're basically going to do one thing. We'll sign one thing each for you. That way we can probably get the in excess of 500 people in this space out of here by 9 o'clock. So if you have bought 19 things, or 20, or your entire Sandman collection, and everything that Amanda has ever done, you are shit out of luck and wisdom. But everybody will get the signatures, and we will make this thing work.
Did you sign children?
Can you turn down the things that doesn't do the
I think it's feeding back to
that's better. Well, I forgot to mention, we'll do some questions and answers. As you might imagine, you will be doing the questions. Or possibly not. That might be kind of fun.
I don't ask them questions.
So, right. Plan. Hang on, you have to say hello first.
Hello.
Hello. So much for coming. This is really cool. And I'd also, and I will probably express my gratitude liberally throughout the day, I'd really, really like to thank Chapters for having us here today. They've just been awesome people. And look like, at first I think like an awesome person. So the main thing that this day is sort of centering around is this book that Neil and I did together, and which doesn't exist yet because it's just gone to the printer. And it would have been really great if we had come here and read these stories and then could actually sell you a copy of the book and sign it, but we can't. We're shit out of luck again. But we do have somewhere near the signing table is going to be Max, and he's going to have, I have some t-shirts left over from last night, which I'm trying desperately to get rid of, so they're going to be very cheap, and hopefully they'll disappear quickly.
Like you, I know exactly where I was and what I was doing when I heard Amanda Palmer had been killed. Like you, I know no more than that. Killed, yes, but by whom and how, none of us ever knew. There was nothing ever said about it on the television or the radio, but we knew. We knew. Rumors multiplied. I met a Hell's Angel in a bar in Encino who swore blind that he knew a man who claimed to have crushed in Amanda's skull with lead piping on behalf of a crazed ex-boyfriend. It became a national obsession. Who killed Amanda Palmer bubblegum cards were traded and traded again in schoolyards across America. I still own 2 of them. One shows Amanda's bullet-riddled corpse dangling from a wall. The other shows her body washed up on the shore of an unidentified lake, her face blue and puffy from the water, the claws of some crustacean pushing out from between her purple lips. I remember the candlelight vigils, and the shrines, dozens of them in cities all over the world, spontaneous demonstrations from people who no longer had an Amanda Palmer. They lit candles and left behind telephones, scalpels, exotic items of underwear, plastic figurines, children's picture books, antlers, love. She went as she would have wanted to go. That was what an Amanda Palmer impersonator told me in a pub off Carnaby Street. Much later that night, voice slurred by alcohol, the man confided in me that he was certain that the real Amanda Palmer had been abducted by beings from a higher vibrational plane, and that the pictures of Amanda's death were not fakes pasted up and airbrushed in some back alley photographic studio, but actual photographs of the deaths of sister selves grown from Amanda Palmer's own protoplasm. Very young children made up songs about the different ways Amanda died, killing her happily at the end of every verse, too young to understand the horror. Maybe it really was how she would have wanted to go. If you see Amanda Palmer on the street, kill her, said the graffiti under the bridge in Boston, and beneath that somebody else wrote, "That way she'll live forever."